Praise Allah. Answer the Prophet. Abu Ali. Start with the more Shemican prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day, through His holy Prophet, Ali, Ameen, Islam. First, all rise, giving perfect praises to Allah, Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to His last prophet in His day and time, that Jesus Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius returned 5 times stronger, Prophet Noble Ali, the Moorish Science of America. Honors to all members of the Moorish Science of America who are living life according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Honors to everything is Moorish without leaving anything out. Honors to Brother Marcus Messiah Garvey Bay, the forerunner, the John the Baptist return of the Prophet Noble Ali, the Jesus return. The forerunner of the Prophet Noble Ali is Marcus Garvey Bay again, and he started the UNIA, Universal Negro Improvement Association, saying that the Negro needs a nationality. Honors to all past leaders of the UNIA. So with that being said, I'm ready for this show. Top of the new day. Study before you speak is the name of the show. Family, I say it once, I say it again. I'm quoting what the Bible teaches us, that it says, study to show thyself approved. If you don't study to show yourself approved, and you just going by what you're told and what you read, and you're not doing no research, you're not referencing nothing, or you're not giving no facts based upon what you have studied or your research, you're just going to look like a fool. You're going to be silenced real quick by a person who knows. And the sad thing is, that's what's going on in our society. They're indoctrinating everybody with information, and majority of your people are accepting this information. Majority. And this is not a so-called black or white thing. This is an almost everybody thing. Because people want to parakeet what they hear because it sounds good. It is comfortable to the flesh. It's comfortable to the thinking. And the problem is in our society is that we don't think. We hear it. It sounds good, but we don't reference it. If we don't reference it, then that means that we're going to fall for any information that's being given to us. For instance, when you look at a nice olive hue melanated man, woman, or child, you're going to call them black. But you can't even prove that they're black. Just like you can't prove that the Europeans are white. There's nothing showing their skin that it's white. If their skin was white, that means they would be free of blemish. And trust me, there's a lot of so-called white people who got a lot of blemish on their skin, yo. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna make it up. I'm gonna call the truth what it truly is. Whether we're going to accept this information and go and do our personal research and straddle the fence for the moment until we understand what the hypothesis is, which is an educated guess, and come out with a theory. Until then, people are just talking just to talk. And majority of it has to do with my people, your people, everybody's people. Even the Europeans, because they sounding ignorant too. The so-called white people. They can sit here and tell me that the Trinity exists. I say, prove it. Where are they? Where are they in flesh? Can you see the spirit? Why is the spirit a human flesh? That doesn't make sense. This is what I was saying yesterday, that We are straight after the gods of Europe that we knew nothing of. And I'm quoting the lessons in Prophet Noble Drew Ali's lessons in More Science. But yet and still, my brothers and sisters have no idea what they got themselves into. They're piggybacking off of information that's based upon not factual information. And every time someone repeats something, it begins to sound worse and worse and worse. It don't get any better because you're just parakeeting what other people have said. So if you don't know this to be fact or truth, then why repeat it? All you're doing is you're making yourself look like a coon, a buffoon. You sound like an uneducated person when you start speaking. Mainly on things that you don't think is true, that you're not for sure is true. You just go along with the program. And this is why the people in America, in society, are failing. They got all these college degrees, but it's not doing nothing for them. So why are you going along with their program that has no basis of truth? You're proud to be a black person, but black has no roots to a nationality. So when are you going to understand that life evolves around duality? The Bible and the Holy Quran and Mecca is not just evolve around truth. It's got truth and falsehood in there. I'll tell you one thing I do know, that when I read and when I listen to people speak, I dwell on my higher self, because my higher self is not going to steer me wrong. And if it goes down to that, then why I'm going to repeat something that someone does, their actions, and it's not going to work for me, and all it's going to do is going to make me look like a male chauvinist. Oh, you wife, you walk 6 steps behind me. You're my wife, you're not my equal. That's that caveman mentality syndrome that a lot of people don't see and don't understand. Until you understand that there's 2 different people on this earth. They say we bleed the same. No, I say we don't. I mean, you cut me, I cut you. Yeah, we bleed, but there's this different type of way of thinking that male chauvinism is a sign of hate. It's a sign of degrading a woman. A woman wants to be a boss in charge. That's a sign of degrading a man. No one is above the other. The man and woman are equal. This is not agreeable to the European way of thinking, but this is non-agreeable to society. Even though we have so-called Negro, blacks, and colors, Latino, Chicano, Hispanic, and so-called white people, a lot of them don't agree with the male chauvinism, and that's only a chosen few. Because in Arabia, a woman should cover her face, but that's not what the Holy Quran and Mecca says. See, I'm here to expose the lies and deceit. Because if you don't study, and you don't study your father and mother of how they love each other and how they treat each other as equals for a majority of the time, or they have personal a bad moment in the day, you know what I'm saying? Because the day is good, but it's just a moment that makes it bad. But everybody has a bad moment where we get a little bit of chip on our shoulder. We tend to practice anything, hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, theft, and everything that harms. We tend to have our moments, but we tend to correct ourselves and I apologize, man up, not bowing down, telling the truth on himself, to relieve the frustration and burden from the heart and mind. This whole indoctrination goes so far back, before colonial times, after the last crusades, when the Moorish stronghold fell in the Iberian Peninsula, the modern day Spain, becomes the downfall of humanity. When are you going to understand, as so-called Negro, Blacks, and Colors, Latino, Chicano, and Hispanics, that your ancestors are Moorish? The Moorish men don't do that male chauvinism demonstration. No. Our wife is walking right next to us. She is our equal. If we're going to do something, if we want to make for sure that our wife and children are okay, we're going to have our wife and children walk in front of us. If our wife has to walk behind us, the rule is in Islamism, have your wife grab your garment. Once you let that garment go, you let go on justice. And you ask her out of nice, intelligent tone and love and say, wife, why have you let go of my garment? What's wrong? Is everything okay? If you let go of your garment and you don't hear nothing, that's when you go in combat mode. Moorish combat. Kevin, Islam, Heaven High. Let me see here. Tadashi, yeah, Islam. Well, let me tell you something, Kevin. It's not about worrying. It's about exposing the truth. That's why I'm here. Tearing down people. No, I'm exposing truth. And if you one of those people who can't handle the truth, then get off my chat then. See, the whole purpose of telling the truth, it either makes you feel better about yourself, it uplifts you, or it makes you feel uncomfortable. And right now, if you feel uncomfortable about the situation, then that means what I'm saying, the truth is, it applies to you. I don't understand what your problem is, because it's all about telling the truth. You tell the truth, you speak the truth, it's going to make people feel uncomfortable. So let it be. So now you're going to worship two masters? You're going to lie and deceive the people and not tell them the truth? So whose side are you on? Are you on Allah, God's side, or are you on the side of the devil? Matthew 6:24 says you cannot serve two masters. You're going to love one, hate the other. I'm tearing down the injustice, whether you like it or not. So it's okay for people to be pedophiles, right? It's okay for people to be subliminal pedophiles, right? You a grown man thinking that you a 13-year-old boy. 16, 15, and under-year-old young man, young boy. You a grown woman calling yourself, I'm his girlfriend, and you a 16 and under younger girl. Make it make sense. Yeah. Tear down the falsehood. Because guess what? In our culture, in our way of life, after slavery, the so-called Negro, Blacks, and Coloreds in the 1950s did not talk about boyfriend, girlfriend. You gotta accept the truth for what it is. You got a problem with me, you got a problem with Allah. When Allah is the one who judges the people and the judgment is on, why accept falsehood? Why would you manipulate and deceive the people? What? So you can sit here and have people put money in a collection basket so that way the preacher man can get rich? Driving in nice fancy cars and all that stuff? That's what you're about, huh? So you about that child abuse, huh? You about that spousal abuse, huh? Yeah, I'm tearing down the false. I'm attacking the falsehood. That's what the whole purpose of me being here. I'm not going to side with lies and deceit. I'm not going to side with Lucifer, the devil. Let's call the truth what it is. No, I'm not an old man. I'm a mature man. I'm a grown man with knowledge, who could be able to articulate the difference between truth and falsehood. Unlike you, Kevin, bro, wherever you want to call yourself, you don't know nothing about me. Based upon the information that I expose, you can't handle the truth. Matter of fact, if you can't handle the truth, pull all your teeth out there. I don't care. The truth doesn't tear down anybody. It's the lies and deceit that tears down people. So you better check yourself. You better check your words before you try to come on my show checking me. I bet you one of them ones who just tell people what they want to hear, and then you just over there just hijack them of their finances. I bet you one of them types. Guaranteed. I bet you one of them types. You ain't ready for this lifestyle. I bet you're not even prepared for what's about to happen. But you're going to come over here and interrogate me. But if you don't study to show yourself approved, then what are you doing? So that means you're going to play the game called play along, get along, big bank, take little bank. That's what you're about? That's what you're about, right? Through sin and disobedience, every nation has suffered slavery. Due to the fact that we honor not the created principles of our forefathers, because we are straight after the gods of Europe whom we knew nothing of. Show me hate, I don't care. Because the truth don't sit right with you. That's one thing I do know. We got all these crazy ones over here demonstrating the folly and the falsehood, and then want to get mad and defend. Crazy ones over here demonstrating the folly and the falsehood, and then want to get mad and defend. Crazy ones. So when are you going to understand that your lifestyle is messed up? You're indoctrinated. That's who you are. You're indoctrinated based upon of what you say in the chat. Your thoughts is how you are cursed. You cursed, but you're defending negativity. You're defending them transgenders. You're defending them, all them homosexuals and all those people who are about that lifestyle. You're about promiscuous relationships. You're about sinning. That's why you're coming at me sideways. That's what you're about, right? So whatever you learn in school don't mean nothing to me anyways. I don't care what degree you got. Your degree do not impress me. Matter of fact, I got a few degrees too. But I got a degree in more science. And it's called ADEPT. So whether you want to accept this information or not, that's on you. I give my shout and honor to you in the chat, but all you want to do is degrade me. That's fine. My life don't evolve around what you say and your little personal feelings, because it doesn't mean nothing to me. Nothing. I gotta be about my Father's works. Forget what you say. So are you really about that life, about uplifting your people and telling the truth? Is that what you about? Come on now. I'm gonna have to silence you because you're doing too much. I see how you acting. I see how the opponents on the chess game are mad because they about to be put in checkmate. One is about the truth and the other one's about the falsehood. As so above is so below. By night and by day. Hate it or love it, degrade it or not. See, family, right now it's all about bettering yourself, bettering your condition, studying to show yourself approved. That's what it's about. So that means you chosen people like like me, a chosen son. You're not gonna be the ones to accept the lies and deceit, the okey doke and all that stuff. You're not gonna accept none of that. You're gonna sit here and listen to all that falsehood. Oh well, the seedless watermelon is better than the watermelon with seeds. Psh, man, something wrong with y'all. Mm. Sometimes I wonder about my brothers and sisters. Sometimes I wonder about the people. You call things for what they are, not what they seem to be. My grandmother says, tell it like it is. If you don't be concerned about your future, then what are you concerned about? If you're not concerned about your well-being and your health as being your wealth, and the Messiah said, healthy people don't need doctors, sick people do. That's my concern. We don't call it what it is. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. No, we're not. Because I'm about this truth. But I'm going to explain something to y'all, though. The most important thing right now is to make sure y'all got your life together. Make sure you have your 90-day supply worth of food. Because everything's coming up about that vegan meat, beyond something or whatever. And you're losing out. You're losing out and you're missing out, family. You have no idea what you're eating. And I'm going to tell you what you're eating. You're eating flesh. I guess nobody's really paying attention to these movies, huh? Because these movies explain a lot. They're turning y'all into cannibals, whether you know it or not. Because y'all eat yourselves. I love that part in Spaceballs where it says, Pizza the Hut, he ate himself to death. That's sad. Oh man, that was hilarious, but there's so much truth to that. And this is why vegetarians are vegetarians. Vegan came out like the 19 something, 40s or 50s or something. something like that. I looked it up. I was like, whoa, it's been on that long? I was like, yo, this is insane. But the most important thing, family, is to be alert and be aware of what's going on. Because all these distractions we got going on right now is to put us in checkmate. Are you truly ready for that? Honestly, are you really ready for that? I don't think y'all are. Because people want to buy fancy cars and all this other stuff. No, get something in your budget. That's all you gotta do. Let's get something in your budget. A lot of these new rides now got issues, transmission issues, calipers are messed up, and all this other stuff going on. See, I'm around people who tell me this stuff all the time. They gotta go get their car fixed, and it's a new one, almost paid off. This is what I was told. This is crazy. I can't make it up. I really can't. So we gotta really be on point on what's going on behind closed doors. And the whole thing is, it's not about worrying. It's just about being informed. Informed and worrying is two different things. Whether Kevin wants to know it or not, Kevin, you're being incompetent right now. I think you're mentally impaired. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seriously. And I think you need psychological help. Like, I think you need a checkup from the chest up, because you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't entertain all this negativity like y'all. I don't. And the rest of y'all like me. Bust people with information. That's what it's about. You know, all this negativity been going on since the beginning. Now we have to accept, as fathers and mothers, accept this homosexuality thing in school and being taught this in school. You know how insane that is? That's indoctrination. You can pick and choose what gender you want to be today. Is this Halloween? Or Halloween's never ended? After Proposition A in 2008, something like that. 2018, somewhere around there. We gotta be held accountable for everything that we do. Even when we tell the truth, people gonna think you're crazy. These things have to be really thought over and taken into consideration. And I'm being serious when I say that. Being very serious when I say that. Because you know, you gonna have your group of people that's gonna have the information and have not the information. And you're gonna have those ones who don't desire to know the information and they don't care. So until you decide that your lifestyle, you living comfortable, don't get too comfortable. Because disaster is coming. It's coming its way little by little. And I don't think y'all ready for this. I think there are ones who are prepared, who are aware, they're ready. The rest of them, nope. Gonna keep on clubbing, being promiscuous, having multiple sex partners, And the mama don't know who the baby daddy is because she wants to be a Jezebel. So I need y'all to really take heed to what's really going on, family. Y'all got to. Because if you don't, you're going to fall for anything. But y'all take care. I got to go. I got some things to do. Y'all be safe. Islam, peace and love. Close us out with the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation. By night and by day. Through His Holy Prophet, Drew Ali. Ameen. Islam.
Inside that's never satisfied with your achievements is in your insecurity. It's the part of you that knows you can do more. Your biggest threat is in your competition. Is the mediocre version of you that you've accepted as good enough. Because the most likely reason you haven't achieved your goals is because you haven't really tried. Voice inside that's never satisfied with your achievements is in your insecurity. It's the part of you